Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am E25 and welcome back to channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. Get us up to that 11k. We've reached 10,000 between 10,000 and 10,800. We've got there pretty quickly. But today we are going to talk about two tanks that have come back into store, and one of them is this tank here, the Cromwell B, and it's a lovely British tier 6 medium tank, 2000 DPM. The Smeltrum is much better DPM wise. Penetration 145 penetration, which is still pretty good, with 160 alpha, and it is 4.8 reload, which is very nice. But what makes this tank stand out is the massive 13 degrees of gun depression, and you can use those ridge lines really well. 64 kilometers speed, and it has next to no armor whatsoever. So we're going to show you a couple of battles in this tank, and then we're going to show you a couple of battles in the next tank that has also come for sale again today. So the Cromwell B, as I've said, 13 degrees of gun depression. It's one of the top tanks in the game for gun depression. It's probably one of the most tanks with the most, or probably the tank with the most gun depression in the game. You've got the Lupus as well, and it's really good. When this tank first come out, I could not stop playing it, and I mean, I spammed this tank around about 70-80 battles a day because I was really enjoying it. I got myself up to number 1 in EU server rating in it, but that gradually died down the more people played this tank. And now I don't really, to be honest, I don't play this tank as much now, probably because it's tier 6. I don't really play that much tier 6 anymore. And as I said, there in the stats there is another tier 6, and that's the Smeltrum, which most people should now have because it was quite easily to get in the event. And I probably prefer the Smeltrum only because the armor's really troll, especially when you're hold down, and the reload is just insane, and the DPM is insane, and it out DPMs any medium that it comes across in its tier or below. But this tank, I'm not going to take away the fact that it's still a really good tank, but you have to use those ridge lines. If you don't use the ridge lines, you're going to get absolutely wrecked. And if a KV2 finds you, you're dead. Like one shot, you're dead. Anywhere except for your tracks, you're dead. So you have to use those ridge lines, just like I'm doing, that I have been doing in this battle. And we are winning. We've only got one tank down, and there's only 3 tanks left alive, and we have spotted the Cheetu. So we're going to go towards him. We're not going to just go around. We're going to go up the hill here, and we're going to use that 13 degrees of gun depression. We're going to shoot him. We're going to set him on fire. 362 damage. Lovely. And we're going to get one more shot into him. The Bulldog is attacking him as well, and we can finish him off for our second kill, which just leaves 2 tanks, which I believe is this KV3 and a Bulldog. So we're going to go for the KV3. We do make a mistake. We try a snapshot there. Why not? You might as well try. Reload's only just over 4 seconds. Give it a shout. No, why not? But we are going to make a mistake here. So we know the KV3 has just shot, and the Bulldog does the right thing and gets behind him. So we've now got a tank behind him and a tank in front of him. So every time I shoot, I'm going to back up and I'm going to wait for him to turn his turret, which is exactly what he's doing. But unfortunately, he does kill the Bulldog, and this is where I make my mistake. So the Dracula is coming behind. So what I intended to do is get behind him, but he does manage to ram me, which now puts me down to a 1 shot, and he kills me. But we're not going to watch the rest of the battle because we do win. Our team does manage to take him out, and we do finish the battle. 2 kills. We get a second class, 2,200 damage. Make a little bit of credits there. But overall, it was not a bad battle. Now, again, we're going to move on to the second battle. And I take it easy this battle. We got 3 mediums and the enemy have got 4 mediums and a light tank. So it is supremacy. So what I intended to do is just sit back and wait and just see what tanks are spotted and where. So you can already see a few tanks are spotted to my right, 2 tanks here spotted in the middle, and there is that VK2801, and he's just been wrecked by something really big. So he is isolated on his own away from all the other mediums. So this is where I decide to attack him, get him gone. He's a really quick tank with great DPM. We fluff that first shot here. Now we are going to take a couple of shots from him, but I think in the long run it was worth taking 2 shots for him and taking out a really quick tank. And because of that, we also managed to get behind the other medium. So we have got 1 tank down, the enemy have got 1 tank down, and this is what I mean using those ridge lines. Now I get a shot on that T-34-85 and I can hide behind the ridge line and not get shot until I have reloaded. So yes, we have just taken a shot from him, but we managed to shoot him twice, and there we go, we managed to shoot him 3 times and he's only shot us once. He is going to shoot us again, but we're going to get that 1 shot into him, putting him down to 200 hit points. Now I could possibly be a high roll for him, so we do need to be careful. We get 1 more shot into him and he's going to reload, but he doesn't high roll. He leaves us on 27 HP, which now I am just a 1 shot to any tank. So again, we're going to use that ridge line and we're going to get a shot on that VK, and our SU-100Y managed to clear him up. And this poor T-25 trying to run away, but he didn't realise there was a Cromwell B right there. So it's now 4 against 2. However, the SU-100Y is going to get taken out. So it just leaves the Jackson and a KV-2. Both really, really good guns. The Jackson there pokes round and they are going for the Scavenger. And the Scavenger does get a shot on the KV-2, but I believe the Jackson is going to take him out. We try 1 snapshot on the KV-2 there. Unfortunately, we do not manage to get the kill. And now it is 2 versus 2. And the enemy have got 2 cat points. I'm on 27 hit points. So we need to do something, and we need to do something quickly. So I head towards A, just to try and take the base, take the pressure off just a little bit. We can see just the top of the KV-2, but unfortunately we don't manage to penetrate him. So now I am going to sit in A, but the Jackson has spotted and he is pretty much doing the same thing, but he's going to go and sit on B. Now I'm telling the Churchill just to go. He's 4 hit points. He can potentially take a shot from the KV-2, get the kill and bring those cap points down. So we do spot the Jackson. We managed to get a shot into him, which clears the cap completely. We're going to poke forward. We're going to get 1 more shot. We need to back up, and you can see that shell just whiz past us, which means we are going to reload before him. We're going to get 1 more shot into him. The Churchill is going to take out the KV-2, and now we just leave the Jackson. So I do miss, but he also misses. So that allows me to get 1 more shot into him for my 4th kill, and somehow we managed to stay alive. But that battle was only a first class, 2.2k damage, 33,000 credits earned. So the Cromwell B, very nice tank. I'm not sure how much they are in stores for yet because this is done in advance. But it's a really, really good tank. So secondly, the next tank is the E25. It's coming back in stores, and this tank is such a fun little cockroach of a tank. So DPM is just under 3,000. SU-122S is the only TD which has more DPM than this, but the penetration on this tank is way above the rest. 194 penetration. It does 160 alpha. The shell velocity again is way above the rest. The aim time is way below the rest at 1.35, and the dispersion is way below the rest of them at 0.272. So the dispersion is very good, aim time is very good, the penetration is very good, DPM is very good, the camo is very good. Everything about this tank except for its armor is very, very good. It also has 8 degrees of gun depression and 65 kilometers an hour speed. So with this tank, it has no armor, so you don't want to be close like to tanks. Although you can get close to some heavies such as the Tigers, EXP in tier 8, the mutant tanks, because they're quite high. You also got the Vindicator and the Predator, and you can actually get onto those tanks and they can't get their gun down enough to manage to get you. So this tank we are going to play it like a medium, and we're going to help the mediums out, especially with our DPM. And we've already spotted 2 mediums. So we spotted the Rudy and we've spotted the T43. Now the T43 does make a stupid error, and he decides to just YOLO, and he doesn't last very long. Not even a minute. He lasts 50 seconds. And because of that, it now leaves this Rudy all on his own. So we are also going to take him out. So that's 2 tanks down, 2 very good tanks, very quick tanks down within a minute of the battle. So now we can start flanking around and hopefully get behind the heavies. It is a tier 8 battle, so we do need to be careful. We have 1,000 hit points, so you could potentially take around about 3 shots from the heavy tanks. And now we're going to sit on this track, and we can see we're going to get some shots into the heavies. We are spotted. Maybe if we were sat further back on the tracks, we probably wouldn't have been spotted. So we're going to focus the Chrysler, because the Chrysler has got great armor, and while he's got his back turned to me, we are going to get them shots into that Chrysler. And now he turns, so we're going to focus on something else, which we are going to focus on the IS-6. So we're going to get a shot on the IS-6. Now he's going to turn and face us. We can't penetrate the Chrysler there. We're going to switch to the heat, and then we're going to start penetrating the IS-6. And then the Chrysler decides to turn around. Great, we can take him out for our second kill, and we're going to get one more shot in on the IS-6. Now just leaving the VK4502. So we are still full hit points, so we haven't got to worry about losing any. There's still 5 tanks left, so we can YOLO in. We can use the DPM, the quick reload, 3.2 seconds, and pump out as much damage as we can. We set them on fire, and we get one more shot in before the M6 A2 E1 can take him out. So not a bad battle. 42,000 credits, 2,100 damage, second class. We get the sniper medal, and it's a very, very fun tank. Now this last battle, I just thought it was absolutely hilarious. So it is Falls Creek, and the team have got 2 light tanks on the enemy team. We have got 1 light tank and 1 medium with 3 TDs. So what I intended to do is just wait and sit up this hill and see if we can get any shots at. So straight away we spot the Gravedigger, and straight away he is heading towards C. But just look at the mini-map. Our whole team is by C. We spot the SU-100 and the Louver crossing. We managed to get a shot on the Louver, and now my teams decide to push. They decide to push C, so I'm going to go and help him, and so does the red team. Now look at this, not even a minute on the clock, and we've got 8 tanks all by C, and this is just absolutely madness. Not even a minute in the game. We've got 1 tank down, the enemy have now got 1 tank down. RU has now been taken down, which now leaves the Gravedigger on his own in the middle here. So just over a minute gone now. 5 tanks all destroyed in this middle section. So that was fun. I thought that was just absolutely hilarious. And now we're going to spot the T25 too, and he's not facing us. We're going to get a shot in, and unfortunately that is the only shot we're going to get in, because the SU-152 is very greedy and he's going to clear him out. But not to worry, still 3 tanks left, and again now the Type 62 is going to pay the price. We do get shot from the Louver, so we need to rush around the corner, because we are potentially 1 shot from him, either from him or the Helsing, and we're going to focus the Type 62. However, again, the SU-152 is very, very greedy, and he steals all the damage. And now it's just 3 against 2, but we are in a sticky situation. We've got the Helsing in front of us, and we've got the Louver to our left, but we're going to wait for him to back up, and then we're going to relocate, because I'm no good sitting behind a rock there. I can't use my DPM. I can't use the good penetration I've got. So we're going to relocate, and we're going to see if we can spot that Helsing. And there he is. He is spotting. They are capping C. They did manage to get C. However, we are capping B. Yeah, we just started capping B, and we managed to get a few shots here into that Helsing. Now, the Helsing can potentially take us out with one of these clips. Highly unlikely, but we do manage to get a shot into him. He gets 1 shot. I think he was using HE there. Not sure why, but he leaves us on 271 hit points. We're going to reload, and we're going to manage to take him out for our second kill, just leaving the Louver, who is on 222 hit points. Now, we are losing on cap points, so we do need to really take him out. We're not going to go and cap A, and we're not going to recap C. So we're going to wait for him to shoot, and there we go, he shoots. We're going to poke forward, we're going to get one shot, we're going to take the attention, and the SU is going to push in, and he's going to get the kill. So that is the E25. Again, an amazing tank. It's been around quite a long time, and if you don't know, that is Skate Extreme's favourite tank. But I can understand why, because it is a really good tank. So 2 tanks in offer today. If you get them, you're getting some great tanks. But for now, I am Meaty69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.